Hi, guys, and welcome to the Fuck Around and Find Out podcast. Today we have a very special episode.
Outback
it's going to be our wilderness survival podcast episode. So we're going to cover, we have a special guest today, Mike O'Nutty, who has some very interesting, need to know information about raccoons.
Yes. Highly important information to know for any person that decides to venture in near any woods, because these little trash pandas can be anywhere. And what they can do is quite interesting. They can squeeze inside of a 3-inch hole, and your anus can expand to, what is it, 7 inches?
7 inches. The average anus, yeah.
So if we can do the math, so that's 1 raccoon for 3. And if you can do 7, so that's 2 raccoons inside of your anal cavity.
Yeah, you never know. Like, you could be just sleeping casually, minding your own business, camping out in the wilderness. Bam! Anal raccoon.
Right inside your butt. Just going deep inside the colon. And you don't know. No, it's a good thing they're not like squirrels. And I don't know. Maybe they are. That's something I got to look into.
How many squirrels can fit up into your anus?
Oh, Jesus. A lot.
Is that a question?
I mean, because a squirrel can fit under a door, right? Because it's as big as their skull, so it's like a half inch, right?
Oh shit!
So is that 14? Is that 14? Is that
14 squirrels? Oh my god, that's a lot of squirrels. That's a squirreling.
Is that for an average anus, or is that for someone that's been practicing the gaping or the gapping?
That's the average.
Is it gapping or gaping?
Gapping? Is it tomato with that? I don't know.
Gapping seems like different than gaping. I mean, I think the definition
like
is
people
different.
do to their teeth. I think that's what they do to their teeth is gapping, like where they like knock out a tooth and make it all weird.
Oh shit! Is that an on purpose thing? People do that on purpose. They just move to England. I think you'd get that as soon as you become
a little bit of anti-fluoride water and boom.
All right, guys. Is it me, or is everything just really, really bad right now?
Like, what do you mean, really, really bad?
Everyone's talking like robots.
That might be you.
No. As I say, I'm not. Everything sounds normal on my end.
Yeah, like we said, sounds normal on my end.
Okay.
Maybe your internet's got squirrels in it.
Oh no, Mr. Roboto.
Oh shit.
Lemmy winks.
So there I was, camping in the middle of the woods, and out comes the ravenous trash panda, seeking the warm confines of my anus.
If you're gonna go camping with what do you? Okay, so there's quite a few of us that go camping specifically to do mushrooms, right? Like to commune with nature, be around a fire, and in case you don't end up like naked and like screaming at trees, at least you're not doing that somewhere where someone's going to arrest you, right? So, it's a pretty safe place to do it, to get fucked up. But let's talk about camping safely with mushrooms.
Well, I was going to say, I think you almost need to come to like the basis of, are you comfortable in nature? Because I think there's a lot of people that still aren't very comfortable being out in the woods.
Well, most people have never actually gone to a fucking real camping. Or camping is fucking going out in a goddamn cabin that doesn't have internet. That's most people.
Or they go to the city park and take a tent, and they're just like, they can smell the methamphetamines from the fucking homeless people still.
Oh, what poke me? God, it's a rock. Please be a rock, not a needle.
Please be a rock, not a needle, not a needle.
Yeah, that's not the kind of camping you want to do. I'd rather be afraid for a coyote, not HIV.
Well, it depends on the. Hey, we're in Texas here. It depends on the coyote.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like the growly, bitey kind, the potentially rabid, or is it the one that's got the AK? Right, like so.
The one with people in the back.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, you can get shot for no reason at all. Ouch! My Mexican stabbing me! Ah, she hates my singing!
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, Vanessa, he says.
Oh, that is funny. Yeah, you can never be too careful with the definition of that word down there.
I told you that she just like surprised me. I'm sitting here on my corner, just chilling, thinking about rabid raccoons and fucking coyotes and shit, just nature, and I'm just bam, stabbed. Like, you know, that's why people are like, "Why are you so twitchy, man?" I was like, "Put my check. Where's the one? Where's the one?"
No, at all times. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Little bitch.
I'm listening to this book right now. It's Noobtown. It's basically like an adventure type book, right? And one of the funny things about it is that like they were going through the freaking puma forest, and there's like 100,000 fucking pumas, and they just keep attacking them. So they're like, "Puma check," and everyone would just like PTSD, like look around in corners and like ah, you know, just start screaming and stare around. It's like that. It's like that with the wife. Shake check. Oh God, where's she at? Jesus fuck. Oh, she's so quiet. I can't hear her. Where's she at?
Does she ever just like low crawl on the floor, fucking pirate knife it in the mouth, just fucking coming for you?
Well, I imagine she would, but like I've gotten pretty good at like noticing what she's gonna sneak. The only reason she got me just right now is that I was on a podcast and staring at the wall in front of me, and like with my back to the door. And I'm gonna have to get a new podcast arrangement where I can see the motherfucking door because this is not working because I just got stabbed.
Yeah, you died. You just lost a kidney, dude.
Yeah, right? No, she goes for the kidney. She does. She goes for the kidney and the liver. She's very aggressive.
At least she's accurate.
Yeah, no. I trained her well. Now it was a mistake because now it's just all PTSD from here on out.
So, on the word of stabbing, isn't it like a fucking Frito chip that you can burn for like 3 hours?
Frito chips burn for about 5 to 7 minutes, bro.
5 to 7 minutes. Okay, that's still a significant amount of time. So if you got stuck out in the woods and you're fucked,
yeah,
and you had a bag,
you have a fuckload of Fritos. Yeah, Fritos make really good. Yeah, don't eat them. Eat your neighbor instead. They're less useful. It's like, anybody seen Yellow Jackets? Those bitches straight up ate that girl. Like, they're just like, pork, long pork. But anyway.
I just saw that show while I was, let's see, surfing my torrents. Are there how many seasons is that right now?
2. I believe 2, because my wife's been watching it for days, and it just seems like it'll never fucking end. But yeah, no, like straight up, I just watch that like occasionally because I'm always on my computer working, right? Like either I'm photoshopping stuff to troll people, or I'm chatting with you guys, or I'm working on the podcast, or I'm trolling you guys. You know, I'm always doing something on fucking on the computer. So I'm just sitting there, we're in the same room. And I'm dealing with Tiniest, I'm feeding her and stuff. I look over and like there was Tiniest had taken a nap, and my wife was watching Yellow Jackets because she doesn't want to watch it with like Tiniest because like cannibalism and shit. So Tiniest is like all passed out like in the other room, and there's like they're trying to like burn this chick on a funeral pyre because she fucking died, and so it snowed a bunch of put the fire out, basically just like steam cooked her. And they all woke up and fucking ate her, dude, like down to the bone. Like they ate her.
Oh God! No seasonings? Did they salt her?
No, fuck no, man. It's a bunch of city fucking people who suck ass at freaking like survival. I was like, are they crashed in like a foreign country or something? Fuck no, they're just like in the outback of fucking Wisconsin or some shit.
Oh, fuck.
It's like, are you fucking shitting me? If you drop me off in the country for just like a couple of days, I'm gonna have a goddamn Walmart bill, right? Just like I don't even need any tools. Leave me alone. I got this shit. Like okay, but I grew up like really fucking feral, and that's where the feral part of my name comes from. Because I grew up feral as fuck, running around wild as shit, making our own stone arrowheads and atlatls and all sorts of shit, murdering animals in the mountains of Idaho. So, like I killed my first elk with a freaking atlatl at freaking 9 years old. You know, yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm great. I got this shit. No problem. You drop me off. Like, my plane crashes. I go, fuck yeah, the book deal's going to be amazing. And then I just start building shit. Right?
Blackbeard, you better fucking watch yourself.
So, like, as far as like Fritos, yeah, man, they burn like 5 to 7 minutes a piece, but you can chain them together. They're kind of scoopy, right? So you can chain them to just have them touching each other and put and figure out, hey, I need 20 of these bitches for an hour, but a shitload of them comes in a bag. You're going to be better off probably crushing them up and using their oil that they have on them for like getting other things to burn and using a small little pile of them as a fire starter than just wasting entire chips. Unless you got like damp wood and you can burn, start an entire chip. But let's say you're going to go, let's start with a camping trip first. We started with a camping trip and we ended up with cannibalism. Right? This shit took a hard fucking turn already. So let's say you're getting ready, like you're just the regular, everyday, suburban, freaking human that's going to go on your first camping trip to go do shrooms in the fucking forest. All right? You need like a minimum of like 5 fucking things. A way to fucking start fire. Some sort of shelter that can be your fucking car if you're just going to chill overnight or whatever, or a little bitty pop-up tent. You don't have to buy some fancy fucking shit. A way to stay warm. That could be a really nice sleeping bag. You can get them on Amazon for stupid fucking cheap. But get a bag bigger than you think that you need. So instead of just buying like a 1-person sleeping bag, buy a 2-person sleeping bag. The difference in amount that they're going to take, if you're just going to drive into your campground area, is like the space is not a fucking big deal. But you'll always really like to have that extra bag to wrap around you, right? And then you need some freaking water, and some water, some food, and something to cook with. So I'm gonna kind of put all those together. This probably the single most useful tool you can have when you go camping is a cast iron pan. Yeah. You can do everything you fucking need to do in that thing, from sterilized goddamn water to cook a freaking steak. You got everything you need.
Make wildlife in face.
Yeah, or like beat off a moose if you have to. I mean, beat them off, like hit them with the frying pan, not actually
not like rubbing a schwingle
off the moose.
Now, how would that feel? Can you imagine beating off like a cast iron pan? That does not sound at all fucking enjoyable.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. Like that's why it's been a meme for so long. It's because like people died. They pissed off their wives, and their wives whacked them upside the head with that 3-pound or 4-pound freaking cast iron pan. They fucking died. Like people died.
Yeah, it's a broken fucking skull. What the fuck?
Yeah, but you can throw your cast iron pan on the fire, and you're not going to worry about like it overheating and breaking or burning any Teflon off or anything like that. You don't have to worry about it, and you can take it right from the hot to the cold to the hot, and you're not going to fuck it up. So you don't have to worry about it at all. It's really, really fucking simple, really, really easy. I strongly suggest when I'm going to go camping, and it's just going to be like an overnight adventure, and I'm not going to get crazy with it. There's some go-to things that I take, and one of those is I get the Bisquick makes a all-in-one shaker / pancake thing. It's just add water. It looks like a ketchup bottle, right? All you do, it has like 1 pound of freaking like ready-made pancake mix in it, and all you freaking do is add some water, shake that bitch up, and squirt it into a fucking pan. And they're like $1.73 at fucking Walmart. I just checked the price on them the other day. So, like, that's breakfast. $1.73, pancakes over a freaking fire. Yeah, that's it. All you have to do is add some water. That's it. You don't have to bring any sort of fancy ass shit. just some water, you're good to go. You can also just cook at home and bring it with you, and then just heat it up in tinfoil over the fire if you want to.
That's always a good idea.
Yeah, that's always, or like tinfoil dinners are stupid easy. It's where you just take like 5 or 6 layers of tinfoil, lay it out there on the counter, stack it on top of each other, throw in your potatoes, a meat, some sort of fat, whether usually like butter or like lard, and then some vegetables, a bunch of salt and pepper, and wrap that bitch up and make a pouch. And then now you can just throw that on the coals of the fire and bury it in some coals of the fire and then call it a day, right? And then come back to it after 6 or 8 beer. You know, when you know, yeah, like, you know, or like, you know, 3/4 of the way.
Depending on how quickly you drink. I mean, because 6 or 8 beers on a good day, if I'm drinking heavy, fuck, that's quick.
Yeah. So like, you know, like, and it takes about 2 fucking hours, and which is great, and which is like, you know, you're good into your mushroom trip. You're past the whole come up. You're into the freaking happiness and sunshine, but you're to the functional part now. And you can go ahead and fish that out with a shovel, let it cool for a second, open it up, and just eat straight from the tinfoil.
Yeah, this seems like the most effective way to make a meal.
Yeah, but you only need to worry. You only need to worry about 3 fucking meals. You don't need. I see people go camping all the time that bring like their 125 quart fucking cooler and like a ton of shit, and you're like, are you staying here for a week? I mean, like if we're going camp, if me and the wife and are going for like less than 2 nights, man, the cooler's only for drinks. Like we don't bring anything that needs refrigeration. Yeah. We'll bring powdered eggs. You know, we'll bring, you know, pancake mix in a you know, a jar or something like that. We'll bring everything that doesn't need any sort of freaking preparation. Just add water to it, shake it up, pour it. That's it.
No, that's the simplest way. You got to be, you know, really efficient when you're out in the woods.
Yeah, so you got your food stuff covered. From there, you're going to want your comfort stuff. A folding chair is going to be invaluable. You don't want to sit on your fucking car.
Or stump.
You know, or stump full of freaking bugs. And
oh, yeah, those are always fun.
Yeah.
Find an infested log, you know, you and your family.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a great place.
Fucking carpenter ants. Those giant black sons of bitches that are like a fucking 1.5 inch log that just
look what I
like
found,
to eat from the tape. Yeah, they're just like,
oh, it fucking hurts.
Yeah, it's like that's a new piercing. But yeah. So yeah, dude, just like a cheapy fucking folding chair, bring it from home, or just go pick one up at Academy or Walmart or some shit for Target, whatever, stupid cheap, and that's pretty much all you need, man. But like, plan to have a light source besides your fire, so you could like the little. My favorite are these little. They're little camping. They look like little lanterns, but you pull on them to turn them on. And they take like 3 AA batteries, but they're always on sale on Amazon. It packs like 6 of them, right? For like fucking $12. They're cheap as shit. They're little LED lights. You pull on them to turn them on. They last for like I think it has like 111 fucking hours and 4 AA batteries. They're not the brightest thing in the world. They'll light up the size of a normal living room size, so you're not gonna go out there and play Raiders of the Lost fucking Ark with them. But
the boogeyman can still sneak up on you.
Yeah, they're so cheap you can set a couple of them around and light your path to go to your designated pissing spot.
Oh yeah, that is definitely number 1 rule, is to designate that shit pretty quickly.
Yeah, you need to do that, especially if you're with a bunch of guys. You just don't want them to wander off in every fucking random direction, point on the fucking compass. Yeah, you don't want them to just like start wandering off. Just go that tree over there. Fuck that tree specifically. We're all peeing on that fucking tree, right? Because if you just let a huge group of guys go, they're just gonna take like 6 steps in any fucking direction and piss.
Yeah. And then it's getting shorter and shorter as the night progresses. People
and they're seeing just leaning out their fucking chair and just taking a piss. Like, it's fine. The ground's gonna fucking absorb it.
It's just okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, take some fucking bug spray and take some like sunscreen, and you're fucking good. And take about 4 times as much water as you think you need.
Yeah. Water is more important than anybody realizes.
What like Deadpool's all fucking quiet because he's like, you know what? I don't need to survive. I just I fight off fucking animals with hockey sticks like bears and shit, all that all the time. So I don't need your shit today.
Fucking stabbing shit in the eye with a chopstick. Fucking
right.
Comes out kung fu fighting.
Exactly. Jesus.
Never seen a man punt a fucking penguin as far as he has. It's just incredible.
Well, that penguin probably deserved it. Those things are bastards.
That's a good point. They look fucking freaky when you like look inside their mouth. Like they
I don't
look,
want to.
They look like so soft and cuddly. It's like a koala. It's like I want to touch it. I want to fucking hold it. But then it's like, then again, it might fucking bite my neck like a vampire, and I'll die.
Oh, so, dude, they actually have pretty good teeth. Koalas actually have pretty good. You know the weirdest fucking mouth I've ever seen is those sea turtles. Have you seen them fucking things?
The one with the tongue looks like a worm, or no? I'm thinking of a snapping turtle.
No, the sea turtles. They have like all these like spikes in their fucking mouth that are made of keratin that are used to hold onto the jellyfish because that's what those fuckers eat. They eat jellyfish.
Oh yeah, doesn't it make them high? Don't the jellyfish get them high?
Well, I don't know, but maybe some jellyfish get them high. I don't imagine that if they were designed to eat jellyfish their whole fucking life, that, you know, a jellyfish are going to get them high constantly.
Well,
I can't imagine that, like, something would naturally be running around fucked up off its goddamn gourd 24/7 and actually be, like, a successful animal, right?
Just tweaked out all the time.
Yeah.
If they're adapted to naturally eat only jellyfish, or that's their main source of food, I wonder if it's the poisonous, like the box jellyfish, that get them high. Like how some people were presented with the idea that somehow psilocybin was poisonous when it's not poison. But that whole context, we have mushrooms that are gourmet that have no effect as far as hallucinogenics, but then we also have cubensis that causes that effect.
To be fair, it is the defense of chemical of the mushroom. Like psilocybin.
Oh, it is.
It's not like 6-pound, 8-ounce tiny infant Jesus was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just inoculate the shit out of these fucking mushrooms with some shit specifically going to be for like Homo sapiens to get fucked up, right? Like for fucking Michael Nutty to get fucked up in 2023. All right, so it wasn't that. It's a defensive mechanism to kill like nematodes and shit.
Oh, so it's okay. But so it's not a defensive mechanism against. Well, would it still be classified as like a poison though? I mean, because you can't.
It's a defensive chemical, just like THC is a fucking defensive chemical, just like nicotine is a fucking defensive chemical. Alcohol is a defensive freaking chemical. Humans we're really good at going, hey, yeah, you're making that. You know what? It doesn't kill me, but it fucks me up. Yeah. I'll take it. Like,
come on, please abuse me a little more. It's a little bit of poison.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more.
We're really good at self-poisoning. We need on here. God, we need Toxic Requiem. We need his ass back on here to talk about like self-poisoning shit because like. He's the guy who does like all of the ethnogenic gardening shit. Like he does like really toxic fucking plants. Yeah. And their uses and shit like that. So it's pretty fucking cool, man. Like talking to him. He was the one who objected to me Thanos snapping up stinging nettle.
Oh, just getting rid of stinging nettles? Aren't there benefits?
I mean, people eat it and make nettle tea and shit, but honestly, I'm just going to Thanos snap it away, and you guys can just fight over it. I'm perfectly happy with not being stung by it. My goal during that whole Thanos, like things I would Thanos snap, was to come up with a way to make a beautiful, wonderful wilderness I could just run through naked and not worry about getting like spiked by anything or ticks or fleas or fucking anything, right? I can just frolic around like it's the goddamn Garden of Eden and it'll be
Yeah,
perfect.
poison oak would be at the top of that list for me.
I got rid of it. I kind of snapped that shit away. Yeah.
So many fucking times, dude. I got it so fucking bad one time. It covered the almost probably 75% of my body. It was all over my chest. It was in my fucking stomach. I mean, I even had that shit when I was in the army. Like, I tried hiding it because I had PT tests. I'm like, fuck, I know if I go, they're going to tell me I can't because it was all this stuff. Like, it was so fucking bad. The drill sergeant's like, hey, so you got two options. You can either do this PT test and graduate, or you can do what the doc tells you and, sit it out, and then you're going to be recycled. I'm like, I'm running. I'm not staying. Fuck that. But, oh my God, that shit. Awful. Oh. Yeah, good thing. You get rid of that plant. It all works out. Yeah. And then I don't have to worry about the itchy and the boils and the nastiness.
Right?
But there has to be... It's like in the whole concept of nature, though. Like, everything has its purpose. What the fuck purpose does that have? What the fuck is eating poison oak?
Well, it's a lot of things. Ungulates like to eat that shit. So, like, goats and shit will eat the fucking shit out. Yeah. Okay.
Is that healthy for them?
It doesn't fuck them up. Like,
but, like, is it something that's, like, beneficial? Like, could they do without it?
Deer and stuff will snack on it to get rid of hemolyths.
Oh, okay. So serve a purpose.
Like various types of internal parasites. Yeah. So, I mean, the Native Americans used to, I guess, punk each other with it. I don't know. What? I don't think there's a real fucking use for it. But
like the Russian fucking spa bath thing when they fucking hit each other with leaves, right? And they'd fucking like. And it's like the scarification. It's like you're fucking dosing yourself to make sure that you don't, have a reaction to it later on, which seems fucking wild.
Yeah, well, you're either one or two things is gonna happen. You're either gonna become immune to it or hypersensitive.
You're either gonna be good, Bob, or you're gonna fucking die. It's simple, but it's okay.
Yeah, there's no in between. It's gonna be great, or everything's gonna go shit. So, yeah. No, it works out pretty good, I
guess. So we're in the woods.
Yeah. We're in the fucking woods. You've got your little camp set up. You've taken your fucking shrooms. You're now at one with Sasquatch. You have successfully guarded your anal area from the fucking raccoons and squirrels.
Put your chastity belt on with the spikes.
Yeah. You started your little fire responsibly in a fire fucking ring. My dog is going off like a goddamn fire alarm in the background. He's like, yep.
There's something going on.
Yeah. She's like, I want to be over there. I want to go lay on your feet. She wants to lay on my feet. Anyway. But she's attention. Well, she's in her crate right now because I just lanced her ear. So her ear dehisced. I don't know. She was fucking fighting with something and got bit, probably a squirrel, and it caused like a little bit of like a little sore. And then she fucked with it until she literally separated the layers of her ear, and it like her entire ear filled with blood, like a freaking like cauliflower ear. And so I just lanced it and pulled out like 15 cc's of blood, and now her ear looks normal. No, don't worry about it. It didn't fucking hurt. I'm really good at my job. Good. She was just like, what? Oh, she saw the needle and she was scared. Yeah. And we threw a blanket over her head, and then she was just like, okay, cool, I can't see it. And sprayed the area down with antiseptic, and then just jabbed her 18 gauge freaking needle and just drew out 15 cc's of blood, and then squished a little bit, make sure everything was good, and no infection. Blood looked perfectly fine and whatnot. Threw her on some, gave her fucking antibiotics and then aspirin and put her in her fucking crate. But the thing is her ear still drips because she shakes her fucking head, and I don't want little micro droplets of fucking blood everywhere. Yeah. So she's in her damn crate, and she right now wants to be on my feet because that's where she normally is. Anyway, so
let me be on your feet.
Yeah. Okay, so go. Yeah. Go sidetrack. So you got your little responsible fire going. Everything's going great. You've done your shrooms, and everything's fun. right? Just don't fucking freak out just because there's a huge amount of space around you. That's perfectly fine. Like, to get grounded, either look fucking down at your feet. Like, look at the ground. Don't
focus
fucking look up as your focus point. All the stars and everything and the tree movement of the trees, like in the slight breeze and shit, is going to fuck you up. Like,
yeah, I can't imagine getting lost in the fucking space and everything, and all the would be good.
If you're gonna be high as shit outdoors, you need to be prepared before you look up, right? Like,
yeah, I would almost suggest though, if you're gonna do that, you might want to have someone with you. Like, but being a first time, that might be a good idea. If you're gonna do it alone, I mean,
it won't hurt you.
It won't hurt you. It's not going to hurt you at all. It's not like life threatening, but certain people might be a better idea to be, have a friend. But then again, I wouldn't mind being alone. I like being alone. So just throwing that out there, a little side note.
You might just lose a few hours staring at the stars,
which is okay. Being out in the woods is your time to be with nature. Be with Gaia. You do your thing. You hang out.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I got to keep talking. Son of a bitch. Well, so with going out in the woods, good thing to know when you find your campsite, establish your site, your tent, you get your fire, you're comfortable. Good thing to know when you initially get there is where you are and how to get out. So if you're deep in the woods somewhere, you want to know specific landmarks that aren't going to change, that you can reference back in order to get out. So it could be a rotted big ass tree. It could be fucking a creek. It could be anything that's not going to fucking move. Don't be a dumbass and think breadcrumbs are going to work, because you leave food, animals are going to take that shit. I mean, trash moves. So just know where you are. Have what many have called.
People actually leave breadcrumb trails.
I've heard people doing some stupid shit in the woods, and that's how people get lost and die.
Huh.
But it's important to know situational awareness when going camping, especially in the woods. If you're going somewhere new, we have this beautiful technology of GPS. You can fucking zoom in with a satellite and see. I've done that going mushroom hunting using. It couldn't locate me specifically, but I knew what hillside I was on and the general location of it and where the road was. So I knew, okay, I'm fucking 350 feet down this road. I know if I go up heading north, I'm going to hit the road. It's right. You don't want to be one of those people who end up lost in the woods and you fucking die 2 miles away from the fucking road. Because there are those people, and it's heartbreaking. It's sad, but
that's not sad. It's fucking funny.
I mean, it's fun. I find it funny, but it's sad in the sense of like losing a human. But then again, in the retrospect, it's just people need to know to be smart enough to not do that shit. Well, but then again, that ruined some of my true crime shit that I listened throughout the day. I've heard a whole bunch of stories of people, women, not women, but like men, women, children, not children. Actually, it was just like couples, other people. There's one woman that I can think of specifically. She was only like 2 miles off the trail. Or I think it was like 2 miles off the trail and she fucking died.
Oh shit! I saw that one where she was like lost for a long time too. And it turns out she was only 2 miles from the main road. Like she crashed her car and then walked the wrong direction. And that was it. Yeah.
She crashed
her car. She crashed her fucking car. Instead of walking towards the trunk of her car and back towards the fucking road, she was just freaked out and walked away from her fucking car. She was found 2 miles. She had survived for something like 20 fucking days. But then she finally fucking died. Yeah.
20 fucking days, you couldn't hear a fucking car on the fucking throughway?
She wasn't like that smart, I don't think.
A lot of people don't. They freak the fuck out and they'll like freeze and they'll like hide and they don't even think like.
Well, for that, she got in a wreck. I can understand that. That one's a bad story. She wasn't going camping.
She wasn't
like an asshole, unprepared.
Fucking.
So yeah, I can understand her getting thrust in a position, because how many people today that are born today can survive 2 days in the 2 days in the wilderness.
Right here.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'd be fine.
I'm here, guys. Sorry, I got lost, but I
It's
found
okay,
my
Trimmy.
way.
What's up, Trimmy? You found a throughway, did you?
Yeah. I was only 2 miles from the computer, but I found my way.
Nice.
I would tell you guys something about the coolest fucking thing I ever did, but it would probably dox me.
Would it though? Can you leave out locations and certain details? I want to know now. You've intrigued my interest.
Okay, one of the coolest fucking things I ever did is that I worked with a certain
No details.
satellite communication company, and I walked from my city that I live in here in Texas back to my place of birth in Idaho, and I did it straight cross country, as straight as an arrow as I could.
You say walk?
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
It took me 42 fucking days. It was like 3,842 miles.
God, that sounds beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I love walking.
Well, it was a lot of fun. Like it was a lot of fun. Like I kind of disregarded fences and property lines. And but once I got way out there. Once I got way out there, like it wasn't. People think, oh God, it sounds really difficult. It really wasn't. I'm not on a time limit, and so I just walked from windmill to windmill. Like when you're out in Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, stuff like that, you can see these windmills sticking up and along the side of the highway and along the desert. Those are watering holes for cattle, guys. They're all fucking watering holes. So those windmills are pumps that pump up water into big cisterns, and then the cows drink from the cisterns. So if you walk from windmill to windmill, you're just walking from watering hole to watering hole.
That's really good information to have.
Yeah. So it was, and then if you could find trees, everywhere there's trees, there's fucking water, like big trees. Like if the trees are bigger than the ones around you, it's because they're near a water source. So it was really freaking easy. I did a thing with Life Straw. I had a thing with a bunch of a whole bunch. I can't really get too farther into it, or people are going to know who I am, right? But it was really fun. It was a big kind of thing for a couple of weeks, and I showed off a bunch of companies' equipment, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I would totally do it again. Mubbits, my dog, the old ass fucking rat terrier I have, she was like a year old when she did it with me, so she was a star of this fucking shit. But it was that's probably one of the coolest things I ever did, and the longest survival type thing I've ever done, and it was definitely much more intense than say the Appalachian Trail, because there was 23 days there that I didn't see another human, at all.
That sounds glorious.
It sounds like a beautiful time, but that sounds also very rough.
It wasn't really. I mean, no. I had a Ruger 1022 with me, and then I had my regular everyday EDC pistol.
Okay, so super well defended.
And then I had a little single shot 12 gauge shotgun that I would use for critters, like animals. But
come here, squirrel.
But and then I worked with the people, and I had hunting licenses for everywhere that I went, for every state that I was in, and I just worked with the animals that were available at that time. But I mean, it wasn't filmed, but there was a lot of communication via their little app. I would check in, and there was a website, and it was cool. But,
nice. So they went through and tracked your progress, determining.
Yeah.
So was it really going with their products kind of thing?
Yeah, I was going to do it anyway, and I was going to do it anyway for me, right? It's kind of a way when I got back from Iraq, I was kind of the last time I was like, hey, I want to do this giant healing journey, and and then I had just been talking about it on survival boards and hiking boards and shit like that, and then one guy was like, hey, you should get some people to sponsor you, and then I was like, that's a thing? And they're like, yeah, it's a thing. And
people give you money.
Well, they didn't give me money. They gave me fucking gear. Yeah. They gave me gear, but gear that they wanted to test out. So, like, I had a little badass folding solar panel that I'd put on my backpack, and it would charge the communicator and allowed me to text, like, from anywhere. As long as I had a GPS signal, I could text and like send like emails and shit. So just tell like everybody what I did that day, you know. Or if I was stopped somewhere for like a day or so, like, hey, I'm chilling here because there's badass fishing, you know, like stuff like that. A little bitty collapsible fishing pole, and I had a little collapsible fly rod. There was yeah, shout out to Orvis. Like, Orvis has given me this little bitty tiny collapsible fly rod. It was fucking legit. I still got it. It's awesome. It's like the size of a like two. It would probably fit in a like a two like if you put a two toothbrush carriers together, like the long tube ones from the military.
Okay.
It would fit that. It's little bitty.
That's really tiny.
Oh god, it was tiny, but it gets to 7.5 feet.
That's fucking awesome. I love collapsible fishing poles. That's something that I think is so underrated because the amount of places that you can go fishing. I mean, it's an underutilized resource of food.
Oh, dude, you can totally, because this thing weighs like.
Hello, Trim.
Hey. The thing only weighs like 1.7 fucking ounces. It's tiny. It's like it's titanium and carbon fiber, and it's tiny, man. Like you could put it in your back pocket and not know you fucking had it.
And that's hiking or any kind of travel. The weight is the key thing. Too much weight can be a fucking killer if you're going 20 miles.
Well, it's really cool, man. Like I had a Kelly kettle, and ever since then I've had a Kelly kettle everywhere I go. Like there's a Kelly kettle in my fucking truck right this second. Like shout out to Kelly Kettle. If y'all want to work again, I'm here. But,
use your boy.
Yeah. So have you seen the Kelly kettles?
No, I have not.
Oh, they're fucking cool. So it's a double. So imagine a double walled, like a big teapot, like the old kind, the coffee pot you put on like a campfire.
Yeah.
So, but it's hollow in the middle, and you drop all of your wood and shit in the middle of it, and it has a little base it stands on to allow the airflow to come underneath it, and it burns up through the middle, and it instantly like with less than a minute to bring whatever water's between the walls to a boil. So, and then on top of it, it has a little like place to put a pot and put like a grill to grill fish, and also Kelly kettles are fucking amazing. Like, yeah, get the stainless steel one. I had a stainless steel. I think Base Camp was the one that they sent me. It was a big one, the stainless steel Base Camp. Nice. And I fucking loved it. Like, I goddamn fucking loved it. And I still got that one, and I've bought multiples of them since then, just to put one in every damn vehicle. Because, fuck it, I ain't going to participate without coffee.
Yeah, how could you live without the magical fucking bean juice?
What do you just said? You're on drink number fucking 2, and I'm on like fucking 6. What are you doing?
No, these are tall. They're 9%. It's not like fucking no Milwaukee's Ice bullshit.
These are 16 ounces, the ones I'm drinking.
What are these? I don't even know. 19.2 fluid ounces. They're the Voodoo Ranger Imperial. I fucking like these things.
Those are good. Shout out to Voodoo Brewing. Come on, sponsor us.
Oh my god, yes, that'd be fucking incredible. I mean, I don't drink that much, but
Michael Nutty will have your baby if you sponsor it.
I will let you fuck me raw. I will give you a reach around, no charge, anything you need from me. It's on the house.
But so coming from a little bit of experience as far as like survival shit, GPSs don't always work. Like if you have a GPS, you need to have a way to charge it.
Yeah.
Bring a battery bank nowadays they have so many good battery banks that have a built-in solar panel in the back of them that works really fucking well. Solar panels have came a long ways. Like I have one that I like. I think the thing's like 15,000 freaking milliamps. It holds a shitload, and it's pretty good size. It's about the same size as a standard like book. It's about the same, like a cover of a standard like soft cover like romance novel, right? So it's kind of like it's a pretty good size, but it has like a 6-watt like solar panel built into it, and it charged itself almost as it came with a rapid charger, but it charged itself almost as fast as just plugging it into like an Apple or a Samsung charger with the solar panel. So you can just hang it off your backpack or zip tie it onto your backpack, so it's getting the sun as you're walking, and just always have extra batteries. At 1,500 milliamps, it'll charge your laptop 3 fucking times and your phone like 7 times. So it's got plenty of juice to do whatever the hell you want. You can even, so it's there's plenty of shit for it. There's so much cool stuff nowadays.
So I mean, in the essence of GPS, just food for thought, throwing that out there into the multiverse, is something that you can always depend on is the fucking sun. So the sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
Ideally,
don't know that.
What if you're a flat earther though? Does it
okay,
work
then
like
it
that?
rides on the east side of the dome.
Yeah.
It sets on the west side of the dome.
If you're a flat earther, then the spotlight in the sky starts on the fucking east side. Goddamn fucking flat earthers.
I mean, it doesn't give you the idea of north and south.
Everybody knows the earth is an ellipse. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a fucking hot dog. Don't bullshit me. Don't fucking play with me. It is a hot dog. I'm waiting for the mustard. The almighty fucking mustard will rain upon us.
Almighty disorder.
May you rain upon us.
May your peppery sweet goodness touch us all. Grateful part upon you.
Oh, may your bun be good to us all, comforting and soft. There has to be some type of I mean, there's people that believe in the invisible spaghetti monster. There has to be some fucking people that worship a hot dog. Give me all your meat pie products.
Is it like a kosher hot dog?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, if you're going to go camping, don't take fucking hot dogs, you goddamn bastards. You have some fucking self-respect to take fucking bratwurst or some other type of sausage, like andouille.
What's the kielbasa?
Something good. Something fucking good.
Cheddar brats. Cheddar brats.
Yeah, cheddar brats. The jalapeno cheddar brats.
Now I'm going to go build a fire outside.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you're going to go camping, though, like number one food I would think would be like slab bacon. You fucking, you can't beat the smell of bacon first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's real good shit. Yeah, sausages are really easy to cook too. But if you're gonna go, if you're just gonna go for a couple of days, don't even worry about taking food you have to cook that much. Sure. Just take stuff you can fucking heat, or you can tinfoil dinners or something like that. Something easy.
Bean burrito.
Yeah, dude. Oh God, I have a fucking story. So, all right. I was a single dude, and I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna go camping, and my friend was like, yeah, totally, let's go fucking camping. All right. And he was like, I'm going to bring my girlfriend. I was like, cool, whatever. Thank you, sweetie. My wife went foraging and brought me a Whataburger. So, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go camping. She's like, I want to bring my friend. There's already this chick, all right? And so I was like, okay, well, now it's no longer camping. Now it's basically me guiding them through fucking camping. So I'm going to bring some food. So I had brought just camping food, eggs, bacon, pancake mix, fucking potatoes for hash browns, some chicken for fucking making like roast chicken and shit like that. Like easy stuff, right? You know what they brought? They went to fucking Taco Goddamn Bell and bought a family pack, and that's what they were gonna fucking live off of.
Oh my god! You have 12 tacos. Good luck.
Yeah, they were gonna live off of a family pack of like 6 fucking tacos and 6 goddamn bean burritos for like 3 fucking days. Now understand,
Did they bring a lot of toilet paper?
We were at a lake. Everybody can go Google this fucking lake. We're at Lake Cleveland in Idaho. So it's quiet. It's beautiful. It's a great lake. If y'all gonna go somewhere to go fishing, fly fishing, whatever, it is a phenomenal place. What is this? An old volcano that melted the glacier above it and filled itself in. So the lake itself is stupidly fucking deep and really, really fresh and great and clear. And it's a bitch to get into if the weather sucks, but if the weather's nice, anybody's car can get in there, right? It's a great place to go fucking camping. If you don't want to go like way to the outback, it's a great place to go camping. Well, we were at Lake Cleveland, and like the nearest fucking town is like at the base of the fucking mountain plus 17 miles. So I'm like, dude, you're like 40 minutes away from a gas station, like. Like 40, like we're like you're 40 miles of hard driving away from food. Like, and this is what you guys brought. They're like, oh, we're gonna be okay. I'm like, okay. So that evening they busted out the Taco Bell, ate the Taco Bell. I had like some roast chicken on a fucking stick and like kebabs basically. And they were like, oh, that looks great. And the next morning they woke up to have their cold bean burrito, and I'm making pancakes and eggs. Like, hey, do you have any extra? I'm like, no. Like, maybe. What do you have to trade? You know, so like, bring food. Bring more food than you think you need, because you're gonna be like, and bring fruit too. Apples are great. Bananas are great. Oranges are great. You're going to burn a lot of calories. You're going to burn a fuckload of calories out playing fucking Ranger Rick.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
So you don't want to hear my story of what I used to do for fun when I was a young man, huh?
Yes, I do.
The chopstick with the dingling?
Well, me and my group of close buddies, we would each bring a case of beer and a gun. And that was it. We would go camping and see how long we could survive on that.
That's normal.
No food, no water, nothing.
No knife.
I mean, that's just fucking Tuesday.
Well, you got a knife. Every man should have a knife in his pocket. You're naked without one of them.
You fucking.
If you don't have a fucking
beer,
knife,
no knife.
if you don't have a knife on you, if you don't have a knife on you, give me your fucking man card.
Yeah,
right.
You have to always have a knife.
It is guaranteed. I never leave home without a knife in my pocket.
Comes in handy. Minute days.
Dude, I haven't even flown without a knife on me. They've yet to be able to figure out where I put it. So
I have one in my wallet. It's a credit card that folds into a knife.
Yeah, I got one of those, but it's not ceramic. Fucking, it was gifted to me, but I got away with bringing that into the fucking courthouse. Come to think of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, look at Adam Savage. He bought a 4-foot long razor blade on an airplane by accident.
I didn't. Well, yeah, no, that makes sense. But like mine being in a wallet, you throw it in the fucking bin. They put it through the metal detector. They didn't even stop it. I didn't even think about that. Huh.
Yeah, you can get I have a ceramic fucking knife. It's a little bitty ceramic knife. It's radio opaque, so it does show up on X-rays, but it's a cryptic shape. Like, it doesn't look like a fucking knife,
like rectangle shaped blade and stuff. Huh?
Yeah, so it's fine. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not going to do anything fucking bad with it.
I am not a crook.
It's there to stab the terrorist. Fuck you. You're going to take this goddamn bitch hostage. You're going through me first. You're going through me first.
They're too busy worrying about people who have too much mouthwash and shit,
Yeah.
You know how many terrorists TSA has stopped?
How many?
Zero. They've never stopped a single one.
Really?
But yet we can't bring
You got to
Shampoo
really
on
think
airplane.
at some point there's got to be a profit loss statement showing like,
Well,
are we effective?
how much does fucking TSA actually, get paid to do what they do? How much incentive do they have to actually fucking stop people?
Billions of dollars to get paid.
As
It
a
is
corporation.
It's not a minimum wage job, dude. It's a very good government.
Oh,
I
it
mean, just TSA in general is billions of dollars in the budget. I hate to even imagine what they get paid. It's a lot, though. It's probably a quarter of our federal government.
No shit. And they have actually proved, like, they have nothing to show for their position.
No.
Basically. I mean, I can imagine that they've probably stopped some drugs, and they probably look at that as some type of, profit versus loss. They've stopped something or stopped some type of fucking little shampoo bottle from crossing. Oh no, you're over 8 ounces. Fuck you. Search.
According to the Google, the TSA in general has a budget of $7.68 billion out of 2020.
I was looking up. I just Googled that shit, and it was saying your average TSA officer is $26 an hour to fucking in their first year.
That's a little bit of fucking money. That's that's interesting. But and you're saying they haven't stopped a single terrorist. But okay, in that note, how many terrorist attempts have been made since then? Like since the initial fucking 9/11 shit, how many besides like the shoe bomber? What was there? The shoe bomber, and there was a fucking dude in underwear, right?
Plane based terrorist attempts, not many. But as far as shootings, there's been several where they tried to poison aquifers that have been taken out. Actually, you know who caught those bitches? The fucking Railroad Commission caught those fuckers.
Really?
Yeah. There's been a attempt to shut down power plants.
That makes sense.
There was a guy who tried. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. This guy showed up to shoot up this Coliseum, right? Because they were doing a Coliseum is like like where they do like sports shows and shit.
Oh, okay, dude. You said Coliseum. I'm thinking of Rome. I'm like, where the fuck?
No, this happened in Texas. He showed up to go shoot the fucking Coliseum. Little did he know he showed up to the Coliseum on a gun show day. And
you made my day, boy.
He didn't even make it out of the fucking parking lot. The security officer tagged him from like 50 yards with a 357 on the fucking shoulder. And then like 3 people that were showing up to the fucking show opened fire on him.
It was target practice. Some good old boys.
He didn't make it.
That's the thing, though. You have armed good people. It stops a lot of bullshit. It works out. But the problem is you can't have one side of the coin without the other. You have good. You have bad.
But the bad people, you can say no guns. The bad people, they don't give a fuck. They're still gonna have the same guns because their guns aren't fucking registered.
Yeah,
you can say no drugs. How's that fucking working out? Even for us.
That's the thing. It's like you lock your teenager up and you say, no, you can't go to the fucking dance. You know what? Fuck you, Dad. I'm going to boot out the window and go to dance. It's not going to fucking work. You put more restrictions. It puts more motivation to go against that restriction. And the problem is then like with gun laws and shit like that, it works against anyone that is abiding laws, not those that are criminals. Like I'm not gonna lie, I know some bad people. I know how to get stuff illegally, but it is better to go to a gun store and do it the right way. Why? It's just one of those things. It's fucked. You have that natural evil almost.
Nowadays, you just have to make sure you have your registered and your unregistered guns separated. That way, because all the registered guns, when they do finally pass their bullshit, when the next time they tell you there's a Chinese fucking satellite with a laser killing whales in the Gulf of Mexico, and everyone's looking over there, and then they pass the bill that all the guns have to be turned in the next 2 weeks, or now you're a federal fucking criminal. Then they're gonna start sending people to the house.
For the record, you guys, I lost all of my guns to a tragic boating accident recently. I just want to let you guys know that. It's for the record. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's
anybody listening? Anybody listening? It was horrible.
They are all gone. Anything with my name attached to the serial number is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing is even without and it blows my mind because you do not need a firearm to create havoc. You can create havoc with diesel fuel and fucking fertilizer. It is.
Oh yeah.
That's
I don't know about that.
The last
I don't
couple.
know. I don't know any equations.
The last couple that they tried to stop. The last couple of guys they tried to stop were literally just going to burn down with using just like fucking regular fuel. Burn down a couple of power stations, and that's perfectly fine. It'll fuck up the power station just fine.
You target the right place, you're going to cause a lot of damage. That's the whole thing. If you have the correct knowledge and you have the initiative to cause that much harm or do that much damage, it is going to be done no matter what is put in place before you.
The United States power grid is so shabby.
Oh my God!
Hey, I used to work at a power plant.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. That power plant's fine.
Security, bro. Oh,
yeah. I bet it's top notch. Sure.
Yes, sir.
Top notch, military grade.
But you can sit here with a fucking 22 in the street and shoot out a transformer, which will fuck all kinds of people up. And say you did that to like fucking 10 people. You had 10 people on a phone. All right, let's do that now. Yeah. And now I got 10 people doing it. You're taking out a fucking county. You know,
and in certain places in the country, that would cascade to half the state.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. There's no redundancy in this power grid. And
the point is, if bad guys want to do it, they will find a way.
Yeah, there's no stopping.
No, it's not going to be the bad guys. It's going to be, our government's going to do it to show us that they need more control. Look what happened. We're going to go at
years ago.
Someone shot this out with a 22. We need all your guns. We need all your guns,
dude. You guys should see. My wife was just showing me the news story just earlier, where they caught like several hundred Chinese citizens, all younger males, like a military age, sneaking across the fucking border.
Oh, they've been doing that for a while, man. They're actually they're bringing their military in, and they're staying on the farms that they've bought, that the government's allowed them to buy.
But that's fucking wild.
You can't defeat us now from outside. You can't. We have the technology. You can't do it. But our government is allowed China to do whatever the fuck they want and buy whatever the fuck they want. Biden's a fucking piece of shit, and he's fucking in bed with them, basically.
Hey, you need to be careful. You're going to be considered. Cornelius Jones is going to call you fucking racist.
Fuck that dude. But anyways, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, now the battle's going to be from within.
Oh my God, yeah.
So,
tactically, that's the only way it would work.
But that's why they want us to get rid of our guns.
Okay,
so now we can't protect
the fucking
ourselves.
Weird shit that's been going on in the news, right? Like, see, I think like I've brought it up fucking before that I think we're in some sort of crazy Cold War because the attacks on infrastructure, the attacks on food, the attacks on freaking power supplies, water facilities, like and the farms and food processing facilities.
All the big processing facilities that like how many got set on fire on accident in like a year?
Yeah, there was like 10 of them. I felt like it was
we're
crazy.
at 39 this year.
39.
39 so far. We're 4 months into this fucking year, and 39 food processing facilities. We're not talking about like a mom and pop operation.
No,
we're talking a big one. Look at what just happened upstate in Texas, right? Where one of the largest fucking milking operations in the United States lit on fire at the perfect fucking time to kill all the milk cows, right?
The what cows? The what cows?
All the milk cows.
Milk?
Milk?
Milk.
All right.
Everybody separating the pap and coke. Soda.
Yeah. Fucking kids these days making fun of my American accent.
We love you though.
You gonna put your clothes in the washing machine next?
Washing machine.
It's a wash. But yeah, so all this fucking bullshit, man. Like, look what's happening in fucking Oklahoma right now, where they're just like all of the fucking like they had a complete failure crop due to fire. Like all of the freaking like all of their winter wheat, all of their early hay, everything like that's gone. It's fucking
Dude,
gone.
how much attack has been done on the food infrastructure of our country recently?
Those are all they're all accidents, sir.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory bullshit. The bullshit going on with the chickens and the cows and the myths.
Yeah, but that's also coming from our government as well. The government that comes to our houses and fucking up our goddamn, killing our chickens and making us dispose of the bodies.
Well,
why wouldn't the government be involved? The government's been involved every step of the way, no matter what.
I think there's a lot of something going on. It just doesn't
people don't complain as much.
Well, hungry people are easy to control. That's right. And so if they can produce a scarcity that they can guide us towards one direction or another. So like you were bringing it up before, you can't kill America from the outside. You can kill it from the inside. And one of the ways to do that is to start to buy the presidency.
Yeah, you have to buy the president of the United States.
Is the one way to do that is to bring back something like a Great Depression. You know, how did we get out of the last Great Depression? Well, we invaded Europe.
War.
Yeah,
war was always the answer. War has brought every civilization out of generally their bullshit. But the problem is, if we were to go to war right now, who would it be with? Who do you think?
Can I pick?
We're already in a proxy war. There's no way to deny.
Oh God, yes! Don't even get me started. How do we go from anal raccoons to proxy war?
I don't know. I left after you guys started that shit. I came back. You guys are actually talking normal.
We noticed you checked the fuck out.
Yeah, Deadpool. Why no love?
I just went to go grab something to eat. I came back.
Okay. Let's work.
Anyway, what we're basically saying is that you are ultimately responsible for your own fucking security. So you need to go ahead and take the steps, even if you're camping or not, to obtain a firearm legally or get trained where the firearm use is legally. We'll think of every fucking horror story and horror movie that could have been stopped with one fucking person who knew how to use that goddamn gun.
145 caliber bullet would have stopped Jason Voorhees in his path. Here he comes with a machete. Bam! Back of his skull.
Think about it. The hills have eyes, right? All those people ended up raped to death because not a single one of them had a Glock.
Yeah.
Right?
So many things solved with, M240 Bravo. Oh my God.
Buddy. I can only get so hard.
It's starting to get painful. Oh my God. Here comes a Mark 19. No.
Oh my God, I got some good Mark 19 stories we got to talk about after the show because people are going to fucking send me so much hate mail.
I have a scar on my forehead from a Mark 19.
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
Well, sounds like a side episode as a Berlin.
It's one of those most boring, fucking funny war stories ever. Embarrassingly funny.
Area suppression.
I'll go ahead and tell you. I opened up the door while a guy was carrying one in the door, and he turned the fucking corner and hit me in the head with it.
Oh fuck! Dude, how big are those fucking things?
I think they're like
really
98 pounds.
Okay, I don't know. My memory's fucking with me now.
Yeah, I think there's something like 90, 98 pounds, some shit like that.
Yeah, he had it up on his shoulder, and carried it like a stack of wood. And just turned the corner too sharp.
Whack! It's whack fuck.
It's whack fuck. Oh shit! So we're in the woods. we're camping in the woods. Do you know what? Something
with our Mark 19.
With our Mark 19, if you're gonna go, and if you have an ample amount of funds to go camping, something that's not a bad idea to have. Just I've done some stupid shit and cut myself open, and had to do some quick recovery to make it so I did not bleed all over the fucking earth. An IFAC isn't too expensive. It's an individual first aid. I can't remember the exact acronym right now.
And you're missing just kit. It's individual first aid kit. You were just missing the fucking K, dude. You got it great. You were there. You were there, except for the K.
Right there.
I have a needle, fishing line, and super glue.
Oh,
fuck that. Fuck that. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go into Med Vet Supply International, right? If you Google Med Vet Supply, it's all gonna pop up as Med Vet Supply International. You're gonna go down there. You're gonna hit sutures and wound closing. Then you're gonna click sutures and wound closing, and then you're gonna fucking click skin staplers. You're gonna get the Oasis 35W wound, like the wound stapler. And if I remember correctly, they're like $10 fucking. They have 35 freaking staples in them. Let's look at this. Let's see what they're at right now.
Let's investigate this, shall we? Well, $10 is so cheap. You cannot deny the $10.
So we're at MedVet Supply, MedVet International. Pulling this bitch up. It says sutures. Actually, they have a new suit. Their supply is better.
Every time I hear
sutures. Look, it even has skin stapler. It has a picture of the Oasis fucking skin stapler on it.
Now, would that work if I slice my hand open?
$8 fucking $8.05. That gives you 35 wide staplers in a and then but get the one that's the skin stapler surgical staple remover stapler fucking 35 wide each. It's $10.95 for the stapler and the remover. So a 35 staples will do about like a 6-inch cut. You just hold the wound closed. You put the fucking arrows on either side of the freaking wound. It has a little arrow on the left, a little arrow on the right, and then you pull the fucking trigger. That's it. It doesn't hurt at all. Like, it hurts it hurts way less than getting. It hurts so much less than getting staples. I mean, like, than getting sutures. We used to fucking fight each other with the goddamn things because they're cheap. So we'd have like instead of people have like taser fights with each other.
Yeah.
Maybe I have a taser fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
we'd have a taser fight. Who the fuck?
We'd have skin stapler fights. We used to staple people's ears to their fucking neck because it didn't hurt. Like, it feels like a mosquito bite. So people would be like, they'd be asleep and they're like their fucking ears stapled to their freaking ear, like their head.
To your fucking head, Bob.
So there's absolutely no fucking reason out there for you to go ahead and try to spend the money and learn how to sew a human clothes. When you can just get those things, throw in your fucking backpack. They're always sterile. They're always ready to go. And with that, you can handle a lot bigger wounds that are jagged and weird shape. Sutures are only really good for straight wounds that aren't like irregularly shaped, right? Like, if you've got a big gash that's on your leg that's all funky shaped and shit like that, that's where you're going to use your fucking skin stapler. Skin staplers are better for areas that move, articulate, things like that, but they're just perfectly fine for a regular cut in your arm. Not everything, just because you have a skin stapler, requires a fucking skin stapler.
So if I get scratched, if I brush up against one
you get scratched by puppy, do not skin stapler. All right?
Speaking of skin stapler, have you guys heard the news about animal antibiotics?
Ooh.
What happened? I'm a big fan of them.
Coming on June 11th, 2023, you will have to have a veterinarian's prescription to buy antibiotics.
Even for a fucking aquarium?
What the fuck?
Yep.
So we have till June to stock up on antibiotics.
So we have to spend $75 so a fucking vet can give us a fucking.
And then you have to go to a pharmacist to get it filled. Yeah.
For my fucking goddamn guppy tank.
Correct.
My goddamn chinchilla's gonna go without his fucking boner pillows, is what you're telling me? That
right, so between now and June, go ahead and go to aquaticpharmacy.com and buy all your goddamn antibiotics you need.
Yep. Stock up now.
Fuck. That's
But you can
bullshit.
still get fly dewormer
Wait, what?
without it. You can still buy fly dewormer without it.
Fly dewormer. So it
Isn't
deworms
that,
flies?
isn't that the COVID shit? Isn't that the
I
COVID
don't-
cleaner?
I have no idea what that is, but yeah.
Dude, fly dewormer.
I think they're talking about like Finnabizzle or like Poron, like the Poron drench for flies and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Is
flies
that what
for
they're talking about?
horses?
I don't
Yeah.
know. It was just in the article. It was like, yeah, you can still get
God
anti-fly
damn,
shit.
that's gonna
Like, what?
fuck up my whole. That's gonna fuck up my whole spiel. Because I don't go to the doctor. Like I have my fucking doctor. So like, God, man, I just freaking repaired my dog's ear. I gave her some freaking antibiotics, and that saved me a probably $500 vet bill.
Jesus. New York, it's like 5,000.
Yeah, there's gonna be but I think they're just slowly tightening the new skies and making it harder and harder to be independent from the system.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you were in the seat of power, why would you want people to have more freedom? You would want to restrict.
I'd want
as possible.
no, not me. I want
Not
everybody.
you personally. I'm saying
I would
you're
want
really
every
selfish.
fucking person to be a goddamn John Rambo. So if somebody tried to freaking attack America, I'd be like, "Have at it, boys."
No, that sounds like the initial American values, though. Like,
Yeah. I want everybody to
like
be
George
independent.
Washington, Thomas Jefferson. Everyone's a Rambo, but now they're wanting you to go with the collective. It's everybody goes with this one, and
Man.
this one unified group think.
If
Nah.
I was goddamn
Individual.
emperor, then I would be like, you wouldn't get tax breaks for zero scaping your yard. You'd get
You wouldn't
tax
fucking-
breaks and stuff for having victory gardens and shit like that. You could donate
That'd be
food
good.
that you made to programs to feed hungry people and get money for it. You'd be able to do stuff like that. Everybody would be incentivized to do some level of homesteading.
Which would be amazing. Can you imagine if the world was like that? Because it'd be encouraging just good. You're
Yeah.
encouraging to be good to your fellow human.
No,
Man,
you said
good
homesteading.
for
That's
them.
taking care of yourself and your family and friends.
He said
Well-
he said food for people that were hungry.
Yeah,
Other people.
Those people are stealing and they get shot.
You throw the
No, but you would,
potatoes at those people.
you would be incentivized to take your excess to donate it to certain programs to feed the homeless and the hungry. And you would be
Wouldn't the homeless and hungry be working on the government farms at that point then?
I wouldn't have government farms because when I'm the fucking emperor, I'm cutting all social services.
There you go.
Goodbye welfare. Goodbye fucking food stamps. Goodbye WIC. Goodbye all that shit. If you can't afford to have crotch fruit, you don't get it.
Hmm?
But
No crotch fruit for you. No little minions for you. You have no money. You cannot reproduce because you don't want to work. You don't want to work. Nothing happened for you. It's okay.
I mean, it sounds like I'm ultra conservative, and I'm like, no, not really. I mean, I'd let I'd pretty much legalize everything. I don't give a shit. Let all
Here's
the
the one-
people get
Wait, like
married so
heroin?
that they can be as miserable as we are.
The one thing
you
that I
know-
said is the one thing that would save the government so much fucking money is anybody that receives welfare, food stamps, anything like that. Guess what? You take a drug test.
Yeah.
Okay. If they did that, because how many of those motherfuckers don't get a job simply because they just
Dude.
want to sit home and do the fucking
Right.
drugs that
Claim
they're fucking
disability
trading
for
their
small
food stamps for. Okay. So if you make up take a
I
drug
see
test,
that a lot
Yes,
at work.
I can't even tell you how many
Fucking lot.
times I've allegedly bought food stamps from someone.
Allegedly.
Have people fucking offered that shit? It's like, what the fuck am I going to do with that, dude?
Oh, it's like fucking
You
20 cents
go
on a
buy
dollar.
you go buy pork loins and steaks. That's all
I
you
want some lapstick with my food stamps. Don't look at me sideways.
It's like pennies. It's like 20 cents on the buck too. Like if you're gonna buy $100 worth of fucking food stamps, you only pay $20 for it.
It's sad that it's come to that where people fucking look at that as like the alternative to fucking work. Like it used to be a thing. It used to be a thing back when you fucking
48%.
work.
48% of Americans are on some type of social services, whether it's food stamps or Medicaid, Medicare, or Social Security. They're on some type of social service.
Now imagine if you took all those people and you shipped them to the fucking, South Sudan. What would happen?
Well, we tried that. Well, look at Australia. Look what happened to fucking Australia. We took all the degenerates, the British did, and shipped them to fucking Australia, and now they have cool accents and kangaroos.
Fuck ton of beer. They drink some of the fucking hardest shit, and it's just they don't give a fuck. Look at what was that guy, Crocodile Dundee, that motherfucker. Oh, god damn it! I love that dude. I can't remember his name.
That wasn't a real person.
No,
that was. It was
not
based
the actor.
on a
I'm
person.
talking about the fucking the guy who was big in Discovery with the crocodiles. He got killed by a stingray.
Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin.
Irwin.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
He was. I
could count the number of times I cried in my entire life on two hands, and I fucking cried when Steve Irwin died.
His son is fucking picking up the fucking torch. It is incredible. He is definitely his father's son, and it is just it's heartwarming to see that he's
time to stay away from stingrays. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, do not crocodiles. Okay,
look, it's a Rocky Mountain rattlesnake. Watch me stick my finger up his butt.
I'm gonna tickle his balls. Yeah, he was fucking something else.
Yeah, I counted time. Yeah, camping. We're camping.
We're back camping.
So, yeah, take a gun so that you can kill the things that are trying to kill you.
Rope is also very handy to have.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong with 550 cord.
Nah, never. Ever. 550 cord is so fucking useful. But real 550 cord, not the shit that's a polyfill stuff. The stuff that actually has like 5 to 7 strands on the inside. The stuff that you can take apart. Make fishing lines and shit.
It's definitely worth the investment if you're planning on going in any kind of serious camping endeavor. Even,
it's cheap as shit on Amazon, dude. It's only like $7, a big ass rope.
Fucking Amazon, man. They fucking buy
100 yards.
Yeah. Talking about a company that's fucking touched on everything.
Yeah, now they have internet service.
And they started as books.
Right?
Like, it blows my mind. That dude started as selling fucking books. And
shout out to Amazon. Back in the day when they were first started selling stuff, they started selling stuff that would only fit in their book boxes, right? Yeah. So like little fucking shit. And so one of the first things they started selling was personal protective gear, like knives and tasers and shit like that. It was like one of the first things they started selling, and they were one of the only people that would ship to APO boxes. So back in the day, first round in Iraq, 2005, I believe, when we'd been there for a while, and I was like, hey, wait, Amazon's got something other than books? Oh, they got tasers. What? They got these big fucking tasers. And they were the first people that shipped me a fucking something that I could shock local people with. So shout out to Amazon. You enabled me to taser countless children.
Raise your hand if you remember the first time you tasered yourself in the leg. We've all done it.
Yeah.
I've been shocked many a time.
Well, no, these little fucking kids, like, they would sit on these big metal fences, like, rock back and forth with, fuck you, Medicaid, fuck you. And then, like, shit like that. Well, I just got this big-ass taser. Just hit the whole fence. I could get, like, if I was lucky, the thing took, like, 6 D-cell batteries. If I was lucky, I could get, like, fucking, like, a dozen kids at a time.
So did you keep track? Do you have a points, like, fucking little scoreboards?
I used to. Back in the day,
back in the fob.
We were never on a. We never lived on bases.
Oh no,
we lived on little bitty fobs. But what we did was we would just take, because we were like the QRF, right? So we would just take over we would just take over like 3 houses in the middle of the city, then throw up some pesco barriers around them, and then that would be where we'd live for a month or whatever until we quieted the area down. and then they would just fucking come in with Chinooks, also called shit hooks. And if they aren't leaking hydraulic fluids because they're fucking out, don't get on it. If there's no hydraulic fluid on the fucking deck, it's because it's out of hydraulic fluid. And you don't want to get on that one. Yeah. And they would just fly us to the next fucking spot, and then we would take over 3 houses that are like together in a group and throw up some Esco barriers and start again for another month.
Winning hearts and minds.
I still remember the first time I helped them balance the blade on a Chinook. That was interesting.
Dude, I was in a Chinook, and we got there was this, like, I was sitting on the first set of rope slings right next to the gunnery door, and the guy was like kind of looking outside, and then he started frantically like fucking like talking and making hand signals, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, look, a little star! It's like a little dot of light that's coming towards us." But it turns out somebody launched something like a fucking RPG or some shit at us. There's like a little ring of light coming at us. The fucking shit hook went upside down. Like, it spiraled. It went like in a fucking spiral. And then climbed straight the fuck up. Like a jet. It was crazy shit. I didn't know that they could fly like that, like in a spiral. It was crazy.
They're a lot more
It was
maneuverable than a guy thinks, that's for sure.
Yeah, it barely missed us because like there was like the inside of the fucking shit hook lit up from the fucking flame going by. But it was just so fucking like wild how they did it, because they didn't warn us. They didn't go over the radio and go, attention troops, we're about to take basic maneuvers. You might want to hold on to something. No, fuck no. It was like a goddamn meat grinder in the back of that son of a bitch. Everybody's sitting on sling ass seats. Just now we're gonna go upside down. And
yeah. I have had some of the best sleep in my fucking life on cargo net seats inside of military airplanes. Man, they're comfy after a couple hours.
Yeah, well, I bet when you're fucking exhausted.
Well, yeah, that too. But
Yeah,
We were
dude,
so
you
packed.
learn
We're
quick in the
so packed.
military. When you're tired, you can sleep fucking
we were
anywhere.
so packed in there that it was not fun. There was no leg room, nothing. It was like your legs had to be tucked under your body, and basically the fucking butt of the other person in front of you was like in between your fucking legs. We were like packed in like sardines.
That sounds like
But-
a lot of fucking fun. You know,
All of freaking everybody thinks Iraq's big until you're there. Iraq's about the same size as California. So it's really like when your Chinooks flying at so many hundreds of miles an hour, like you're only your air time's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to your next
hopping around.
base. Yeah, to the next place you're gonna land. So it's really not that far. And then flying out of like the military bases on like cargo airplanes, like when you're leaving, because they're worried about like anti-air, they just take the fuck off straight up as like a JTO rocket. Like, guys, oh my god, that was the most acceleration I've ever experienced in my entire life. Was on a
To try to
Was it a-
avoid the possibility of AA.
was on a like one of the JTO rocket fucking I think it was the fucking the not a DC-10, but it was a
C-130?
C-130, yeah, JTO rocket, fucking C-130. Jet assisted takeoff. It was just like, well, bam! It was like, you're like, what the fuck? It was like,
Yeah.
you got like 10
Wasn't there a
G's in the
Mythbusters
back.
where they strapping them fuckers to a car?
And the car took off.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it took off the ground. And it flew across this like little valley and crashed into the wall. But yeah, so survival in the wilderness.
With the
Don't eat
camp,
yellow snow. Yeah, so there's some survival techniques and tricks that people can use. Don't eat yellow snow. If it's leaves are 3, leave it be.
leave it be. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Lock up the
don't.
box if you start bleeding.
Yeah. If you have to drink wild water, don't drink stagnant water. Drink moving
running
water.
If
Yeah.
you're walking with a buddy in the woods and you come across a bear that's all reared up, tie your shoes.
Well, what's the fucking thing? It's like a black bear, you scare it. If it's a brown
Oh.
bear, play dead.
The black bear's gonna eat you.
No,
That's-
because if it's a grizzly, you're fucked. But if it's a black bear, you can potentially scare it away. It's like if you're countering like a puma or a cougar or something, you're gonna want to try to intimidate it.
Puma check. Puma check.
Black bears react well to hockey sticks. So make sure you carry your hockey stick.
You fucking
Yeah.
So Deadpool is the black bear expert. He has fondled the black bear balls. He knows all about the black.
Yeah, but if a black bear decides to attack you, it is going to eat you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the old story about the two buddies walking through the woods and they come across the bear and just rear it up and the one guy starts tying his shoes and says, "What are you fucking doing? You're not gonna outrun that bear." He said, "I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you."
That's why you always travel with a fat friend. If you are yourself not fat, then you're better off just making sure that your buddies are a little extra on the heavy side.
Here, have some more cookies. Have the hot dogs at the campfire. I'm good.
Eat the entire cheesecake, my guy. It's okay.
Would you like some extra?
No, don't worry
like
about
diabetes.
I'm not running low on Ambien, man. You could have 3 or 4. It's okay. They look at you like,
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, drink the heavy whipping cream with your cereal. It's fine.
Oh, fuck. Dude, that's something. Actually, besides bears, I think wolves might be worse because if they fucking surround you,
I'm thinking wolves are worse. Like if a wolf pack has decided to attack you, they specifically see you as fucking prey.
Yeah,
and
they knew you were weak fish.
Yeah, and they're not going to come at you from one side. They're going to come at you from all the different sides. One was going to bite your fucking ass while you're being distracted in the front. And then you flip around and that one bites you. And you flip around and that one bites you.
Fucking rip it apart.
It's not a good day. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like if you're going to get attacked by a wild animal, what do you think the worst would be? I'm thinking like a cat. Like getting attacked by like a puma.
That fucking lizard that bites you and then follows you until you
Komodo dragon?
Fuck Komodo dragons. I'm done with that. I don't
Fuck
Komodo dragon. Yeah.
Because
they're actually venomous as well.
Yeah,
it's not really venomous. It's not venomous. It's just what's in their saliva in their mouth is so toxic.
They've tested them. They have a hemolytic venom that causes you to keep bleeding. But they do have bacteria in their mouth that do cause them massive infections. But they also have a hemolytic toxin. So, there was the poison doc came up with it. He was the one who went out there and expressed them.
And there's no cure for their toxins, is there?
No.
That I know of, that I'm aware of, anyway.
Listen, if you got bit by a Komodo dragon, there's only one place to get bit by a fucking Komodo dragon, and there's no hospitals nearby.
So what you're saying is you deserve it.
Around. Yeah, so you were fucking with it
for decades.
I hopped the fence and I tickled
the first fucking thing I googled. For decades, scientists believed in the myth that Komodo dragons were not venomous and instead killed with the saliva filled with bacteria. However, in 2009, Brian Fry, he's the guy, the venom doc guy, and his colleagues proved that Komodo dragons possess venom glands that are loaded with toxins and therefore use their venom to kill their victims. They cause you to fucking bleed like they're
you don't clot.
Yeah.
And then because the wound has kept open.
That's not a venom.
You bleed to death.
That is.
It's okay, are sharks venomous?
Are sharks venomous?
Because of the glands they have in their mouth and on their teeth.
Anticoagulant?
You don't you don't actually feel the shark bites because
that's just because the sharks are fucking their teeth are fucking sharp and they're scary. That's why your adrenaline's up. Don't listen to him. He's going to confuse you. He's trying to do it on purpose.
You ever notice how when people are swimming and they get a little tug and they're like, "Oh shit, there's nothing wrong." Oh, wow, that was weird. And then all of a sudden the water's red and they don't even know they got bit by a shark and their leg is gone.
No, some sharks. Okay, now all right. You are partially correct, but you're wrong. So it says some sharks in the dogfish and bullhead orders are known to be venomous to some degree. These sharks have spines in their dorsal fins that can inject venom as a defense. They don't use them aggressively.
I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about great white sharks And
no, why does it need to? It has a giant fucking mouth. It can literally swallow a goddamn midget. It doesn't need
your ass in half. Like it's 2 bites, you're fucking gone. You're cutting half.
Not even 2 bites. Have you ever seen?
It has a thing in there. It's a thing that stops the nerves. That's why shark bites don't hurt when you get bit.
Well, I can imagine it hurt because it's one fucking bite.
Have you ever been? I've been on a shark bite call. It hurts. The person was screaming the entire time until they died.
The person was screaming the entire time because they were ripped open, probably, and they saw the wound. I've seen it. I've been there. My whole under my arm was ripped open by a shark when I was a kid. I know.
That's because it severed the fucking all the shit. It severed that. Like that's why you didn't feel it. Yeah, they literally chopped it up. Like that's like if it's not there,
you get burned real quick.
I think you're a dirty, rotten liar. That's what I think.
Okay, Google it. Google it. I've been Googling shit and reading it to you. Googling it.
Googling it. You motherfucker. You going to Google.
I know. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that sharks are venomous. I'm just saying the Komodo dragon, because they have their whatever gland they have, it's not venom. It is. Okay, let me answer this. If I take
Brian
Fry, if I put it into a syringe and I stab you with that syringe, will that kill you?
Yes.
No. It's gonna stop you from bleeding. It's gonna stop you. No, it's gonna stop you from clotting. You just said it was
which is exactly how fucking rattlesnakes kill you.
Yeah.
Rattlesnakes have a fucking a neurotoxin that actually destroys tissue.
Most rattlesnakes do not have a neurotoxin, and you're getting neurotoxin destroys nerves. Hemotoxin destroys blood and tissue. You're getting the two fucking confused.
I hate all of you. I think you're all dirty fucking rotten liars.
It's in the fucking word. Neurotoxin, nerve toxin, hemotoxin, blood toxin. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lies. It's an ellipse. It's all an ellipse.
It's lies. And the world's fucking flat.
I don't care who else. I don't care who this Brian douche is. All right, Komodo dragons are not poisonous.
They're venomous.
And they are fluffy.
They're not poisonous. They're not poisonous at all. You can eat a fucking Komodo dragon and it won't fucking poison you. Yeah.
I jumped on one
things that are poisonous.
All right, I'm going to get a fucking Komodo dragon tomorrow.
If you get a fucking Komodo dragon, I want a pet Komodo dragon too.
Dude, can you train them to sick people? Like have an attack Komodo dragon?
Like a raptor dragon?
Smart.
Fuck,
They're
dude.
really smart.
That'd be the new thing. Fuck the attack dog or guard dog. Meet my attack Komodo dragon.
Dude, any reptile I've ever owned have always been awesome. When I was a kid, I worked at the Buffalo Zoo. I did this thing called, it was an education program.
Education?
What did you just call me?
And you would study all week long when you're a kid because you had a pet or an animal that you had to go and talk to everybody about.
That's awesome.
So my second week there, they gave me a reticulated python, which I've always loved snakes. Never had a problem with it. Now I'm 3'9", 4 foot tall. I'm like fucking 12 years old. Right? And I'm sitting there and I'm at this program and I'm teaching people about fucking snakes. And the python is bigger than I am. And it wrapped around a tree. I couldn't do anything with the fucking snake. They had to come get it off. I mean, it was a normal thing. You know, who's expecting a kid to take care of a fucking 17-foot fucking snake? But no, I don't know. And I've had pet snakes. They're always glorious pets.
So as far as monitors go, they're super smart. Have you seen the Savannah monitors?
Savannah monitors are awesome.
They're cheap. You could buy for $25.
Dude, the first Savannah monitor I ever had, I was installing an alarm system at a pet store, and it goes, how much is it going to cost me for a couple extra doors? And I'm like, that right there. It was like some $80 Savannah monitor. He's like, deal. I was like, all right. So,
they're great. Like they can be clicker trained. They learn their fucking names. They can do tricks, all sorts of stuff. There's also like another one that everybody really likes to train are the black throat monitors. They're really good pets too.
I had my favorite was a Chinese water dragon.
Chinese
I was
water.
like the water monitors get fucking huge. But the water dragons are the little lizards that they're just like tropical shit, right? They can run on top of water.
They're not. Mine was about 4 foot long.
Holy fuck!
I've had it. It actually disappeared. I was underway, and my douchebag ex-wife somehow let it go or whatever. I accused her of fucking doing it on purpose. All right, so about 6, I come home after a fucking cruise, and it's cold in Florida. We actually had to use a blanket. So I pull this fucking blanket up, and I hear this fucking cunt fucking start screeching at the top of her lungs, right? The fucking lizard has been in the house the whole time, coming out at night, eating, like, in Florida, it doesn't matter how clean you are. You're going to have cockroaches and spiders. and this motherfucker was he was healthy as fuck. And I was, when I was home, I was getting 3, 4 pinkies. You know, it's like, oh, it's glorious. Nice. But no, they're huge.
There was a big water monitor, Asian water monitor here locally that used to be kind of like a pet at a pet store. That fucking thing had to have weighed 220, 300 pounds.
Jesus.
But they're like the second largest monitor after the Komodo dragon. It's fucking huge. And the goddamn thing was so stupid chill. It just sat there all the time and let anybody touch it. It looked fake. People would be like, that thing's fake. No, they blink. They'd be like, oh shit, it's real. It's alive. Yeah.
You guys ever been to that alligator place in Florida? The farm where you can go in there and like pet alligators and shit because they're torn all their teeth out.
I would like to go to Florida, but I feel like if I were to go to Florida, I would need adult supervision. Right? Like you don't want me to go to Florida by myself.
Well, I'll find hookers and medieval times. That's all I need.
No, I would need somebody. I'd need somebody.
Well, that's a given.
Don't do this. Don't do that. Because I would be like, I know I've studied and I know where like what parts of Florida have like the crazy animals at, you know, and like the wild ones. And I'm gonna want to go down there and just start collecting them.
Dude, the fucking monkeys.
Yeah, there's the herpes monkeys. There's
I want to see them.
Yeah,
dude, and they pay people now to collect snakes.
Dude, that'd be fucking insane to have a job just collecting snakes.
Because the people that let out their fucking reticulated pythons and everything because they get too big to take care of, they don't want to kill them because they've been a pet for fucking 15 years. They let them go outside in the swamp.
Of Florida that have kangaroos, that have marmosets, that have monkeys, that have huge wild parrot populations. There's parts of freaking like Florida that have like tamarins and all sorts of different crazy shit.
Doesn't Texas have a kangaroo problem?
Not a problem. They're well within fences. Like they're not just wild. I mean, they're wild.
Yeah, it's like Jurassic World. They're gonna find a way out.
I was gonna say I heard that some kangaroos were loose in Texas.
Now they're loose they got loose on a ranch, but they're on a ranch, and the ranch has like game fence, so they're not going to get off of the ranch. It's got like a 12-foot tall fucking game fence, but it's really wild to be driving along and just see like hey, there's like 100 fucking kangaroos over there playing in the bluebonnets, you know, like
nuts.
That's pretty fucking wild. Everybody stops on the side of the road and like takes pictures of the fucking bluebonnet playing fucking kangaroos, but yeah, but they're not just wild everywhere. They're not like feral. Trust me, if they were like feral hogs, we would be having a great time. My wife would be thumping kangaroos. My wife watches these videos of them like culling kangaroos in Australia because she likes when they get shot in the head how they kick up their fucking legs.
Oh my god!
Like,
wait, she likes how they get shot in the head and kick up their legs. Does she also watch gore videos? Is she into the fucking
no? She's just pretty into murder.
Has she ever seen the Faces of Death video series?
She doesn't care about killing people. She likes shooting animals. Like, okay. Like we would go out walking at night with like flashlights and shoot all these fucking rabbits in our garden because we had like this huge fucking garden. We're talking like 20 some odd acres of freaking of garden farm, like commercial farm. And my job was to hold the spotlight and reload the 22.
Oh my god!
And that was fucking it. And my wife's just like going ape shit, murdering, because she shoot the rabbit in the head and it would like kick his fucking legs up, like go stiff and fall over. And she fucking thought that was hilarious. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fall over. I'm like, God, I love you. Like, I was like, I love you, but like you're at, like I'm wearing a vest and I've got like nothing but like bricks of fucking ammo. And we're walking around for like 6 or 8 hours at night. We killed 700 or 800 fucking rabbits. No,
Wait,
there was a.
So you just kill them? You kill them, or you eating them?
No, we just kill them and leave them, bro.
Just kill
Like,
them.
there
leave
was-
them, and let the coyotes.
There
eat
was
them?
the fucking vultures come down and get them, or because it's like there's so much stuff that just they go into the ground or disappear so fast. It's not even funny. Like you can kill a bunch of rabbits on Monday night, and by fucking Thursday, you can't find a single piece of fluff. They're all gone.
Yeah.
Between all of the scavengers and everything else out there, they're gone. Or they just get eaten by the bugs. The bugs, they got these carrion beetles that are like these big ass. They're called like undertakers bugs, beetles.
It's a fucking beautiful name, Undertaker beetle.
Yeah, well, they go underneath the animal and they dig out a hole, and then the animal drops into the fucking hole and they bury it and lay their eggs in it. So like you'll see a rabbit that's like dead, but it's kind of like undulating a little bit. And you're like, ew, it's an alien, or it's a fucking zombie. Nah, man, it's just got a couple of like a mommy and daddy beetle are under there working on digging the hole to bury it.
The
But,
Thumpers went zombie.
Yeah, but no, there was just like we talked to the Fish and Wildlife Service. I was like, listen, it's almost impossible to farm out here. Like we're really trying to make our living, but these guys are like the plague years out there were so bad that they would eat the they chew the power lines going into your house, like all the insulation off of them until they got shocked and died. They'd eat all of the air, like the insulation off your air conditioner, like lines. So they would drip water, but that caused the air conditioners to freeze up. They chew holes, like if they get underneath your house or to any PVC, they chew holes in it to get water. They were just destroying things. It wouldn't be on the fields that we didn't hit to like murder. You could take the spotlight and shine across the field and just see it would look like it was glittering with diamonds just from the eyes of all the fucking rabbits. They're like, we talked to them. They're like, hey, can we enter? I know like one of those, like, I think it was a D9 or whatever, like the poison program. And they're like, oh, no. You have to, they made it such a big fucking deal. It was so hard to get into the poison program that it was cost prohibitive. We couldn't have fucking afforded to do it if we wanted to. So our only options were to murder them, was to shoot them. And we had a depredation permit, so we could have shot as many as we wanted. And that was it. That was our only option. We had spent more those 2 years during the plague years on ammo, for like the 22s, than we did on anything else for the farm. For like fuel or food or like any animal like care products or anything. It was ridiculous how much we were spending. And this was before everybody decided that they hated like 22 ammo and it was expensive. This is back when it used to be $20 a brick. Like,
dude, remember when it was 25 cents for a block?
Yeah. But there's this one, like, it was $20 for a brick of like 660 rounds for like the good stuff. And then or $21 for a brick of 800 rounds of like the cheap Wildcat bullshit. It was like, like Wildcat crap ass rounds. But and we would shoot out the barrels of the 10-22s. Like, it wasn't uncommon in a single night to shoot 3,000 or 4,000 fucking rounds a night. Like, just trying to keep ahead of them. It was miserable. One night, we took a date night, one fucking night, and we lost 600 row feet of peppers. And they weren't like like brand new transplanted. They were already like knee high producing jalapenos, and they just fucking ate them down to the ground. And then they ate the freaking water lines going to them, the drip lines, everything. So 600 fucking feet of rows. Jalapenos one fucking night.
Now there'd be no way to like naturally plant something or fucking do anything to direct their attention somewhere else, is there?
No, we tried putting up they had recommended that we put up these what do you call it? These electric nets and netting. So we put up. Yeah, they would just dig underneath it. So we put up the electric netting, and it kept out most of the jackrabbits. Because they would come up to the netting, and then it was only about 4 foot tall, but we put it up all around everything. But then the cottontails just zip underneath it, and then so that we tried putting in a roll of hardwire cloth around everything, and that was stupidly fucking expensive. You get 25 acres of hardwire cloth is really expensive. You know, it was several $1,000s, and same thing, they just dug underneath it. So we laid some down, like chicken wire down, like on either side of it. They just dug a longer tunnel. It was you couldn't keep them away, man. It was so bad. It was so bad. I look back on that time fondly, though. That was probably the most time that me and my wife spent together uninterrupted, just straight murdering things. It was quite bonding.
I bet.
But, yeah. Target-rich environment. But it was very difficult to keep stuff growing and keep our farm and our market garden going during those times. I mean, like, everything got eaten to the ground. They killed so many of the trees just by eating the bark off of them all the way around them, and the trees would just die. Jesus. It was so bad.
So what you're saying is the moral of the story is the smell of gunpowder brings romance to a marriage?
A marriage is going to last, yeah.
You need to murder something with your spouse.
Yeah. No, yeah, nothing brings a couple together like ritualized murder, yeah.
Ritualized murder. Now,
Nice.
now on that topic, does it have to be an animal? Go on the public pedo list and pick a target. Hey!
Allegedly,
the Valpine hammer is not.
Is it allegedly if you say it?
I know nothing.
So yeah, if you're gonna go outside and you're gonna go get really fucking high and play in the freaking middle of nowhere, do so responsibly. Take some sort of personal protection so you don't end up like Hills Have Eyes. Take some fire. Take some cooking stuff. Take some freaking a big ass like sleeping bag, not the little skinny one. Some extra one. Count on whatever you think you fucking need. Take 2 times as much. So if you think it's gonna be fucking 40 degrees at night, take something that's gonna keep you warm at 20 degrees. You know, like take twice as much water as you think you're gonna fucking need. You're like, oh, I only drink like 6 bottles of water a day. I'm gonna only take like 12 bottles of water. You're gonna be out there. You're gonna be walking. You're gonna be hiking. You're gonna be everything else. You're gonna be away from your house, not sedentary, sitting on your fucking sofa or your computer. So you're gonna drink more water. So take a fuckload more. Yeah, take a lot more water than you think you are. And try to make yourself
expect the worst.
Try to make your life easy. Take a charger of some type, battery bank backup, a chair, and have some fun, man. Just remember to like be prepared before you fucking stare up into the goddamn cosmos so you get lost.
Yes, be aware of your surroundings. Understand what animals are in your area. If you have bears and shit, be aware of your food. You don't want to attract some animals that want to fucking take a snap.
Yo. If you're going to stick with Russian, you have to stay Russian.
Okay,
I go Russian.
I cannot go back and forth.
And then if you slightly go back into American, so
you do not let the bear sexually harass you.
And don't
Let's
eat where you sleep.
establish dominance.
Okay, I understand. If I stay with accent, I must retain accent throughout the entire conversation.
Oh my god!
No, not conversation. Just the sentence. Just finish the sentence.
Yeah, like stay one sentence.
Don't be like
buddy.
the bear
Yeah.
must not
up.
touch my bad places. All
I
right.
see nothing.
Nothing. But yeah, like what Trim brought up is like, if you put something on the fucking ground, check on that goddamn shit before you put your fucking boots on. So you're not putting your boots on full of fucking scorpions or some bullshit.
Ooh, spiders.
It's just
We got
And
the
never
brown
eat
recluse
where
up
you
here.
sleep.
Ooh.
Never eat where you sleep. Remember that.
yeah.
Separate that shit.
Don't eat yellow snow, that kind of thing. But yeah, this has been a fun episode. I've really enjoyed talking to you all. And we gave out some good information on
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one.
Raccoon safety, squirrel safety, yeah.
Protect
We
your
gave out
anus.
some, yeah. We gave out some
We need
good
to invent a
information.
cup for your anus.
A Canus.
A Canus.
A Canus.
Yeah.
God damn it. You're gonna burn for that one. Okay. So we at the end of these things, we usually go around and try to say something positive. And as usual, we start with Deadpool. Go ahead, Deadpool. Give us something positive.
I got. Oh, you want fucking positive? How about? There's always room. There's always room in your life to fuck more shit up. Always. But
Yeah.
but
Don't aim low. Don't aim low.
But go ahead and take risks. It gives the rest of us something to laugh at.
Yay! That should be a bumper sticker right there.
Yeah.
That's holy. All right, Michael Nutty, what do you got, buddy?
Oh shit! Positive. Well, I guess I would say, for positive notes, everything's temporary, no matter what it is, good, bad, or indifferent.
Shark bites?
Shark bites. It only
those
hurts for a
temporary?
second.
The fucking venomous shark.
Because they're venomous, right? Because they're venomous.
No,
Because they're venomous. It
not
only hurts for a
fucking
second.
venomous. God damn it! It's hurting my hand. Jesus Christ.
That's that one chick that's now surfing with one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How temporary was that?
Wasn't her dickhead?
Dickhand? What?
Well, if she changes hands up, does her boyfriend still get does the boyfriend get to call that the stranger then, or?
I think that's just
changing up with one hand.
that's
What
just
was
the stepwife. Stepwife? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's the sister-in-law.
Yeah. There we go. The sister-in-law.
The twin sister.
Oh fuck. Yeah, so don't dwell on too much shit now, no matter what it is. It's temporary. Shit's gonna change.
Except
Except herpes. That shit's not temporary. That's permanent.
shark bites. Shark bites.
Damn it. Okay, Trim. What do you got for us?
I ain't no way I can top that. Let me see here. Let's see. Wilderness survival is our topic, huh? How about this?
Yeah.
Every day is survival, not just wilderness survival. And life is something none of us are going to get out of alive. So enjoy every day while you got it. Live it to the fullest.
Very emo. Well done, sir.
That almost sounded motivational.
Right?
I do.
But it's kind of, but at the same time, it had a nice demotivational, y'all gonna fucking die flair to it. So, I mean,
Might as well do it in style, right?
yeah. Go down in flames. Something positive from me. Enjoy yourself, man. I mean, if you do get a chance to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors, do so responsibly. Don't take so many fucking drugs. You don't remember where the goddamn car is and can't make it fucking back. Like, stay within your fucking means. Don't take your first big trip of your entire life outside in Sasquatch's fucking neighborhood. It's not going to go well for you. We'll read about you on the fucking news. But, take drugs responsibly. With that said, We love our listeners. We love you guys, and thank you for coming on this wild fucking ride. Make sure to have your Canus in place. Just we don't want to see anybody get polyp checked by a raccoon or a squirrel. If you do, go ahead and send us an email and tell us all about it. We'd love to hear about it. That's going to be FAFOCult@gmail.com. If you'd like to buy some merch, and I think we could probably come up with a Canus type shirt.
Oh, shit.
That'd be a great fucking shirt. Like, we could probably come up with a Canus shirt. It's going to be on the Etsy. It'll be FAFOCult.etsy.com. If you'd like to buy any sort of mushroom cultivation supplies, you're going to like substrate or grain spawn or fucking anything else like that, or if you have any sort of questions, you can always hit any one of us up. But if you want to buy supplies, you're going to buy them from Deadpool. You can find Deadpool on our Discord. Discord notes will be in the Discord will be in the notes below. If you want to send us some money, we promise to not use it for anything good. It'll go straight to Bakri. And to keep this podcast going,
Hookers and blow.
It's going to be on at Venmo is going to be at FAFOCult. Our Cash App is going to be $FAFOCult. We appreciate our listeners. We love you very much. Thank you for coming on. And if we offended you, okay.
I don't know. What the hell just happened?
You're welcome.
Love you very much.
I will now reward you with 30 seconds of uninterrupted eye contact.
Eye contact. Deep in your soul. Eye contact. Just for you.
Vanessa!
All right, guys. And we're out of here.
All right, later.
Good night.